Well, happy Thursday. I hope everybody's doing great on this beautiful Thursday morning. Oh, the TheFALCRO, hello. Sitting and waiting at, oh my goodness. Okay, I hope you're doing well, man. I mean, I hope everything's okay. Nothing too serious. You do not have to share your medical history here on the SetUpByMarshall YouTube channel. I know you had to send me a message. We kind of had a little chat the other day about you were experiencing something going on, and I'm really sorry to hear that. Hopefully things can get better. So the whole point of this stream is to share with you a little bit about what I've experienced with this particular Stratocaster, which has a Warmoth neck that I just absolutely love, and a body that I've relicked and put new pickups in and did all the electronics new. And I love the guitar. However, the other night at a gig, the lead vocalist, oh, you're welcome, man. Best wishes to you. Good vibes going out. We'll hope that things get better and the doctor has some good news for you. I'm doing great. Just by the way, being a type 1 diabetic, I'm taking really good care of myself and doing my daily ritual of getting up and exercising and eating proper foods. Low carb, low fat, low salt, zero sugar, and I'm as fit as a fiddle, as near as I can tell. I feel great. So let me send some of those vibes to you that you'll have the same experience. My hope is. So the other night at a gig, we played 2 weeks ago on Saturday. And it was October 25th to be exact. And the vocalist in my band broke a string on his Fender, what does he have, a Jagmaster? Really beautiful guitar, plays great. I did a setup on it for him, and he was just loving that thing, broke a string. So he had to borrow this one, and he played it for about, I don't know, 7 or 8 songs. And when I got it back and home, I sat down to play it, and the G and the B strings, the saddles had dropped down to the point that I couldn't fret a note. Once I got past about the 5th fret, it was fretting out. So the string action had lowered by allowing someone else to play my guitar, which I don't care. That's what they're for. If a guitar's not getting played, sell it. Right, or give it to someone that can play it, because it's what they're here for. I have lots of them. I don't play them all the time, but they each have their purpose. Anyhow, I'm just checking to see if my setup. I haven't played this guitar very much since obviously putting new strings on it, and I haven't cut the strings off yet, because if there's a reason that I have to take them back off of the guitar for some reason, I'll be able to put them back on. That's why that is the last thing I do when working on either one of my own guitars or one of your guitars. I picked it up this morning and strummed it, and it was just slightly out of tune. So it's behaving in much the same way that it had prior to allowing someone else to play it. So his playing style might have caused some of the problems that this thing had with lowering the string action, but I just want to be sure. So I figured I'd try and play it a little bit like what he did. This may not be a terribly entertaining content, because I'm not going to be singing these songs, but there are some songs that we played that were pretty heavy, meaning a lot of banging on these things, and we'll see how this thing behaves today when I play it. So I'm going to play just a couple cover tunes, and just bear with me. a little bit, and maybe you might be able to learn how to play one of these songs if you've been interested in it. You can watch what I do and maybe be able to play these songs. Very simple stuff, however. Nothing more than much in the way of bar chords and a ferocious downstroke. So we'll just start with this one and see how this thing holds up. Let me scoot back a little bit. Guitar seems to have held in tune for that one. Let's see. I'm hearing that definitely it's out of tune. Something's out of tune here. We're going to go ahead and go to my Tone Master Pro. So the E string has fallen very flat. Now these strings are brand new and I don't remember how well I stretched them. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a little yank here. This is something I do before every show, even if I've haven't put a new set of strings on. I go ahead and give my strings all a pretty good little tug here, stretch. I'm pinching it between my thumb and forefinger, or two fingers here, my middle and my thumb. my pointer and my thumb to really give it a good stretch. I want to get all the stretch out of them that I can before I play live, because we want these strings to stay in tune. It's definitely been a few days and I haven't played this guitar at all. Let's see. Steve, hello, man. Oh, man, it's great to see you again, brother. Just seeing if I can get some movement out of this thing to figure out if I've got a problem that I can solve with it, or if it was just that another person was playing my guitar and their playing style does not agree, or this guitar does not agree with their playing style. Okay, so we'll see where we're at. And with the guitar with the whammy bar on it, you are often, it's very important to tune it up and then recheck your tuning. And typically it doesn't matter what direction you're tuning. Some people believe that you should go outer and then inner and then outer, and just work your way to the center 2 strings. I suppose that does kind of makes sense, because you start with either the heaviest or the lightest tension and work your way down to the lowest amount of tension. Oh, Fred. Oh, he's getting serious. He's in there. He's got a bag. He has got a bag that he is absolutely destroying right now, which is cool. Now, also, I'd like to add that I am currently uploading several videos to YouTube that are part of my band, and we're uploading that to our band's YouTube channel, or I'm uploading that to my band's YouTube channel. Some people does have a YouTube channel now, and we'll be sharing live recordings primarily from our band. We aren't producing any big Hollywood style videos currently, and because we're just doing we're a cover band, so there's not much point in producing a video of those things, although it may happen sometime in the not too distant future. Again, I want to check. I'm gonna just use some tools here. I'm gonna check my string action right where I want it, right where 4.5, where it's 4.25, same 4.25, 3.5, and 3. Now, the treble E string is actually around 4. So before I make an adjustment to that, I'm gonna check my neck relief, and I don't have my feeler gauges here. I'm using my eye. I don't recommend using your eye to adjust much of anything on your guitar, but in this case, I don't have my whole toolbox with me from work. The neck relief looks really nice. It's right where I would set it. Get it. However, the treble E string is a little bit higher than I would like. And this has the miniature 1.5. I'm sorry, this isn't a metric. It is a 0.5 hex key. It's a hex key. Allen keys are a brand. I always say that. It's not necessarily an Allen key. So I'm going to give this about a 1/4 turn. Oh, I'm sorry, I went the wrong direction. Go a 1/4 turn, and go 1 more 1/4 turn. And I'm just lowering this first, my treble E string, just a little bit, and we'll check it. Oh, geez. Here I am, amateur hour, the reverse neck, turning the wrong machine head. Good grief. I do that on this guitar. I'm still not totally used to the reverse headstock on this thing, as I play my other Strat probably 99% of the time. There we go. Now I'm going to check my measurement. I do have a string height gauge here, and I want to make sure I'm in inches, not millimeters. Yeah, we're at 3.5, 3.5. We're at 4. We're at 4, 4.5, and 4-ish 3/4 on the strings. I graduate mine when I set them up, and I also want to do a quick intonation check. So let me see. To do this, let me switch my input to the DAW. So now I'm running through the Gojira. That's quite a bit louder. Forgive me for that. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Right. So I'm going to share my screen with you. I have a Ducker, and we're going to look at this tuner right here that I have placed on this track. This is prior to the VST. Right. And I'm checking the intonation of my guitar. I've found this tuner on in Reaper to be extremely accurate. If you don't have a Peterson strobe tuner, download Reaper, and you'll have this tuner to intonate your instrument very accurately. And as we can see, my guitar is very well intonated. Now, something I do, I know that the intonation on it right now is really pretty good. So what I like to do to test that is like play a D major chord here at our typical cowboy chord, D major. I gotta change one thing. I'm looking at the top. Where'd my mouse go? There we are. Oh man, he is absolutely destroying that bag. So play a D major here at the typical cowboy chord, and then I'll move it up here and see how close it is. We know the guitar is perfectly in tune, at least as perfect as it can be. It has straight frets, so that whole possibility goes right out the window, but we're very, and then I might play an open E major chord and then play it up here above the 12th fret. So this guitar is really well intonated and very, very accurately in tune. All right, so we're gonna switch back to my Tone Master Pro. I'm playing through my Tone Master Pro right now, and put our level. Look really good. So I just want to play this thing for a little bit. So I've done pretty much everything I can do because I have a gig Saturday. I do play live music in a real band. I don't just put stuff up on YouTube or play on YouTube. I actually am paid to play music for folks. So I would be what you would consider a professional musician, semi-pro. And so I got to make sure that my equipment, my guitars and stuff are always working well, which is why I treat, my job where I'm fixing people's guitars and repairing them, restoring them. I look at things in a professional manner. Whereas if I had their guitar and I had to go play a gig, I have to make damn certain that if I have to go play a gig with their guitar, I'm not going to spend all night Oops, I dropped the string on the floor. I know you can't hear me real well because I'm away from the microphone, so I'll talk a little louder. Got that all cleaned up. All right, so I got to make sure that people's guitars behave like mine do. Usually when I cut the strings off, they go, the tuning changes a bit. Now, another thing I recently did on this guitar in particular was I readjusted my pivot point screws. And I can see that my bar is laying nice and level. However, this low E string, I'm seeing that it's actually touching the bridge. I'm going to loosen this ever so slightly because we want free rein here on this thing, so that when it does move, it'll settle right back to where it started with no impedances on its movement. We want to have that thing, so those screws are just there ultimately to hold the front of it down. Zach, what's happening? Okay, so I'm again, this isn't something that I spent a lot of time on the other day when I was making these adjustments. So I'm just moving these just the slightest little bit. And usually what I look for is to see when I turn this down, the moment that the saddle starts to, or the screw starts to make contact with the bridge, I know to stop. We don't want the screw impeding its movement forward or backwards. And I can see that the whole, in doing what I just did, the whole bridge is lifting up a little bit, which is fine. I'm looking at the how level it is with the top of the guitar, and now I should have a little bit of movement both in the upward direction. Now let's go back to the tuner and we'll tune this thing up again. So you can see that it's not settling back. The thing is definitely not holding tune. So the reason I set this guitar up this way was to be able to drop detune it. So, and I've had a lot of trouble with this one being able to use the whammy bar at shows to be able to drop detune a Stratocaster, which, as you all know, if you have it properly set up with the Floyd Rose floating, or the whammy bar, excuse me, obviously not a Floyd Rose, with the whammy bar floating, you can't drop detune your guitar. Now, I need to look at one other thing here in my setup here, and I don't think I have a ducker. Yeah, so you're hearing my guitar acoustically through the microphone. Yeah, so I have a little bit of a compressor on this. So I want to add reacomp to this. Oops, that is not the one I wanted to add. Let's get out of there. Okay, so let's go to the ducker. I'm going to add another ducking compressor, and I'm going to take my input from my Gojira, and I'm going to run it into here, and we're going to go pre-fader, which is fine, and then we're going to go auxiliary inputs. So now, and then I'm going to set the ratio at about 8 to 1 or so. we're gonna make the attack 0 and the release, let's make the attack 10 milliseconds, what the heck. And we'll make the release about 130. And now I can duck the, now my guitar pick isn't being picked up by the microphone. But this guitar does, now that I've made these small adjustments, it does seem to be staying in tune a little bit better. Again, I have a gig this weekend. Just changed back to my Tone Master Pro, and I think I should probably play something on this. So just let me, I'm going to play a little bit of a guitar solo here. We'll see how this works. Tapping some tempo. guitar is definitely falling a bit out of tune. Zach, what's happening? I love my Fender tone. Oh, you got a Fender. Oh, you got a Tone Master Acoustasonic. I got you. So this instrument is not staying in tune as well as I would like it to. And I'm not 100% certain why. Whoops. Oops, I got it. I'm using the tuner in Reaper to I know it's not terribly huge on your video monitor or your phone, but I'm not even sure what amp sim I'm currently playing through is. Let's look. I'm playing through Archetype Gojira, and I have the Petrucci sim up on here also, but I'm only using the the wah pedal on it, and I haven't even touched that yet. But I've got the Archetype Gojira amp sim, and I'm using the clean amp, which I kind of like. Sounds really, the Gojira amp sim is really nice. Right? If you're a blues player, it'd be weird to be saying that you're playing through a Gojira amp sim, but and I think I may have an overdrive pedal on. I don't. So this is just grit from the amp, and also I have the gain dimed on this. I think I was for whatever purpose I was using this for. I think I had a bit more gain on it for some reason. There we go. Really digging this. I think if I click on this, yeah, there we go. Where it's so I want to try a song that's kind of difficult to play, but we're just going to use a very clean tone for it. Normally there's a bit of grit. See how clean I can play it. Seems to be holding tune pretty well. I love the Tone Master Pro. Yeah. Oh, Steve, yeah. The Gojira amp sim. Yeah, dude. Had it for a while and digging it. Yeah, dude. I love the Gojira. Obviously that's what I'm playing through right now. I still have. You can take a look at my my amp settings. Let me make this. Let's do this. We'll make this a little bit bigger. You gonna do it? Yeah, there we go. And I got a lot. My computer's doing a lot right now, so we'll make this medium size so you can see what my settings are on this. Really beautiful amp sim, man. This thing sounds great. One thing I really love is the reverb tone that I'm getting out of this. I mean, usually on reverbs, I like to cut a bit of the low end out and cut all of the top end shimmer out of it, just because I think reverbs become a bit too intrusive. If you think about like an old 15th band, what's happening? Hey, welcome, brother. If you cut the trebles, the shiny, shimmery treble stuff, to me, it's intrusive. It kind of like makes the reverb a little bit too audible. But with this one, when I do that, I just made the adjustment. This one doesn't seem to care whether you've got your EQ on your effect just turned all the way off. Right, it's really a nice, beautiful, and we can cut all the treble out of it. Right, it really doesn't do much, and if we cut all of the bass out of it, I don't know what frequencies. See, it becomes really thin. So this one, I just kind of barely move it, and over on this side, I kind of move it up to there. And then I don't use the shimmer very often, but you know, and I don't have the mix very wet, but it's a nice. You know, and as I've been sitting here playing this guitar, it really seems to be behaving a little bit better. Get that shimmer. One thing on this Gojira effect, which, man, I mean, it goes from, you know, obviously from... talk a little bit about this. Again, I'm using humbuckers in this Strat, so they're not. It's not a typical Strat. From that to this searing. Digging this this amp sim, and I don't even know where I have this this high gain amp set. Pretty much, probably right where it was when I opened up the plug-in. I probably tweaked this a little bit, but usually these don't need a whole lot of EQ work or anything. Really nice tones. So really digging this amp sim. It's really nice to be able to switch. Beautiful cleans. And I'm just kind of messing around at this point. I need to play this guitar a bit I don't know if my MIDI controller down here is working. It seems like I have to reprogram it every time I open Reaper, but we'll see. So it definitely is yeah. I had an overdrive. Oh, I do. Well, that just turned it down a little bit. Real simple. I don't know what does that turn on? Oh no, that's let me get that. Goodness. So what I'm doing now is I'm just checking my my MIDI controller, because I can switch these things from a MIDI controller, which is really cool. I use the Blackstar, what is it called? Live Logic MIDI controller. I don't have a picture of it, but it's a really, really cool MIDI controller. So while I'm sitting here playing, you know, I've got this beautiful clean tone, and I can step on a button and get a nice chorus effect, and then I can add a nice overdrive, and I can switch from the clean app. I'll show you what I'm doing here just real quick. So I've got the clean app here, right, and I've got a button on my controller that one kind of thing about this, you got to be careful to get your volumes the same. There we go. Definitely falling out of tune when I start banging on it. I can step on a button, turn on and off the delay. And I don't remember if I have one that turns. No. So I'll assign the foot pedal. Let me see. Let me go to parameter, go to learn, and I'll step on number 4. And we'll make that toggle, and we'll hit OK. And so now my foot controller will turn on and off. Pretty cool. Now, again, with this one, it seems like there's always on these Neural DSP, and even especially in the Tone Master Pro, there's this this high-end intrusive frequencies. That is much better. I just cut a little bit. Now, this is an all-inclusive. This affects both amplifiers. Actually, no, it doesn't. Forgive me. All right. So we're working pretty good. Now, I do need to play this guitar a bit more. Hello, Sparky. It's great to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Hopefully you're working on something cool today. And also, this is how I usually do my backing tracks here from home. Simply because playing backing tracks that are based online, it never lines up. you'll always be a little bit behind or in front of on the video or the audio. So I don't know. At least that's been my experience in the way my system is hooked up. I have no idea what this backing track is or what key it's in. I'm playing along with this one right now, and we'll just see. I'll figure it out. I think it's in B. So it's in E, of course. Okay. Yeah, this guitar is not staying in tune as well as I would hope it would do. So I've got a little bit of more work to do on this thing. I don't know. I can see that things are moving here, given where it started and where it is right now. And that's a bummer about having a guitar with a whammy bar and wanting to drop detune it. It makes it extremely, when I say extremely, it's definitely pretty heavy rope to tow, but I'll just continue to play a little bit this morning. Let me look at my master bus. It sounds like I've got a compressor here that's So I went from all of that nice clean to about as wet as you whatever want to get. I turned on a bunch of chorus, a bunch of reverb, and a bunch of delay. And now I hope I've turned it all off. Still, there's some top end stuff that I'm not really digging, but that's all right. So I think I have done enough damage today. I definitely still have some work to do on this guitar. It's just still not behaving the way I would like it, and I'm in fear of not fear really. Oops, let me put this back. Sorry about that. I was gonna get my microphone out of my way. I think that guitar is going to end up being basically just a straight standard tuned Strat. To try and have a floating whammy bar and to use it like I have learned to use it over decades of playing, I just am not happy with having it locked down. And I have said for years that guitars, Strats with the whammy bar locked down are the worst tuning platform ever. I know that. Thank you. Hey, have a great day, 15th Ben. Dude, thanks for stopping in today. It means a lot to me that you took some time out of your day to stop in, man. Let's see. On a reverse headstock, do you wind the strings like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, opposite direction. Yeah, they work exactly like a normal. So when you're tuning them, you're turning them, you know, like an acoustic guitar ultimately, but all 6 of them. So yeah, that's how those work. You can buy a set of left-handed tuners and do it the opposite direction, but then you'd have to wind them from the outside in, which would cause the strings to deviate. One of the great things about Leo Fender's design of the Stratocaster is that the strings go directly to the machine head without, like the Les Paul, the infamous G string and D string mal-tuning. We'll call it mal-tuning. So yeah, the neck, I love the neck on that guitar. However, I really, really, really wish I had bought a normal headstock, not a reverse. That's a regret that I have just because of the learning curve. Ultimately, if I played that guitar all the time, which I certainly could, and you know, something I might do, because I'm probably going to, with that particular white Strat, I will probably, again, it just does not like drop D. And also there's really, in our set as a band, there's one song that there's no songs that I have to drop D tune for, have to. There are songs that we play that would appreciate me drop D tuning, but all it would do would add one more guitar doing that big low D, which can muddy up a mix. And I'm really fond of playing for the song, not for the sound that I get, the big low D string. So it's not that vital. And we're not a real heavy band. So I think what I'm going to end up doing with that white Strat, maybe after tomorrow night's gig, I'm sorry, Saturday night's gig. My band has a gig on Saturday. Wish me luck. I'm sure we'll do fine. But we're hoping for a nice big turnout. What year is that Strat? The white one is, I can't remember. It's an early 2000s Squire Strat body. However, nothing else on it came on it. The only thing literally on that guitar that came with it is the actual paint and wood body, and the neck plate. I've even used new neck plate screws for the new Warmoth neck. Absolutely nothing else on that is original. Nothing. So I basically built a guitar from a body that was already painted. So it's kind of a funny thing. The guitar was ultimately free because it came into our shop and it was severely damaged. And I had this neck that was broken. It was a Squire on the headstock, and I have another Strat, and I needed a backup guitar, and I didn't want to have to. I mean, I have my Les Pauls and my SG that I can take with me to gigs, and they're wonderful, but having to switch to a Les Paul, something with a fixed bridge, that was like playing. I mean, it was totally playing a different guitar than I'd been playing all night. So why readjust to having a different guitar, which could lead to potential mistakes or missing a note or something like that? So both of these Strats are very similar with respect to the setup, the frets, the neck scale. Although my trusty number one is Leo Fender's biggest fuck up right there. 21 frets. God, it just pisses me off. Having 22 frets on a guitar, but back in the day when the Fender Strat was designed, nobody played a note way up there. I'd love to see a video of some dude in the 50s playing a note up on the 22nd fret, minus Les Paul on a Gibson Les Paul. Nobody played up there. I can't think of a single song I've ever heard that had a note that high in the register. So, but now with modern guitar, I would love to use that 22nd fret. So it forces me to have to bend and change my scale patterns and bend a note 3 frets instead of 2, which the white one allows me to do. So, and I do go there once in a while. A couple times a night, I might go up to that bend up to that 24th fret high E. No, we play a lot of tunes in the key of E and A. And so that note is pretty popularly used in those keys of music. Again, and thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been really nice to see my channel consistently growing, and I really appreciate those who have tuned in and who have subscribed. It's really great to see you all and see the numbers changing, and I do make a little tiny bit of money off of doing YouTube videos. So it's not a completely worthless adventure, and hopefully this happens constantly here. We have people living across the street that apparently don't know how to use their, they've never learned how to use their alarm system. But anyway, yeah, it's been really nice to see the growth in my channel, and it's been consistent over the years. It's taken a long time to get to the number of subscribers that I have, and I would say that about 1/100th of those subscribers actually watch my YouTube channel. And I'm not kidding. So you're one of the select few if you're watching. So I really, again, I very much appreciate it. I am still a type 1 diabetic, and so let's see where my blood glucose is. I have to take a variable. Ooh, it's a little bit high. I need to take some insulin. When I say high, it's 160 right now, so I'm going to take 1.5 units of insulin. I just gave myself an insulin injection. Yeah, I don't like seeing that number 160, and I don't know if you're a diabetic, type 1 or type 2, man. Fight those high numbers. That's a good way to end up blind and losing your toes and your feet and your life eventually. I will always be a support for you if you need to talk about it. I've been dealing with this disease for 43 years. I have extremely good control of mine. I don't like to see that number 160. And I know, I actually got a notification. Oh, good. I didn't see the time. Okay. Hey, man, I'm the same way, Sparky. And I assume you're probably retired, so you're home, doing stuff, I would assume. I don't know. But I'm at work all day, and I can't watch YouTube. But that's good news that you got a notification. Sometimes it just takes some time for YouTube to start giving your channel, even though you're not doing live streams or you're not posting a lot of videos, it takes time for YouTube to learn your habits. So I know it does for me. I have certain channels that I don't even subscribe to that give me a notification, or when I go to my YouTube homepage, I see that their videos are up. And there are reasons why I don't subscribe to certain channels. Usually it's religious or political, but they still have good content, but I don't subscribe to them for that reason. And religious people need to learn to act a lot more like Jesus spoke in the theoretically book written by God. All right. Again, theoretically. I'm not saying there isn't a God, and I'm not saying that evolution is real, but I do believe in evolution. Because I can see it in front of my face. There's proof. I had a Christian recently tell me that there's more proof of Jesus's existence based on the Bible than there is of George Washington. I don't want to get into, I'm not going to get into a religious rant here, but, and I got told that by a woman who believes in Jesus. God, I respect that, but we couldn't go on a date because I don't. Talk about oppression, man. Wow. Anyway, there was my little religious rant today. I am not a religious person, but I live more, I think, morally and ethically better than most. I do. I have a shirt that says, "That's Jesus." No, that's not what I said, or that's not what I meant. Anyway, kind of funny. That's cool. So I do have some work left to do on that guitar for sure. I'm gonna make some adjustments real quick to my volumes on my channel, or I'm gonna back everything off 3 dB. So let's go minus 3.04, and then we'll go down here to the vocal parent. I'm gonna go minus 3. So my voice may get a little bit quieter, not much. Minus 2.6, come on. 3.4, that's fine. And then we're going to go down to our backing track parents. We're going to turn those down. What I'm seeing is that I'm getting a little bit of clipping on my master bus and Reaper, and we don't need to be that loud. There's just no reason for it. Let me look here. Yeah, I'm hitting it minus 4 dB. So try to be as loud as we can on YouTube. Hopefully my volume's appropriate for y'all. So I have to get ready to go to work. I've got some, let's see, I've got a banjo to work on today, and I've got 3 violins to work on today. And I have a guitar, but I can't work on it because I don't know if the dude's going to pay me, and he won't return my calls. Let me think. Man, I hope that guy calls me, because it's a Teisco. I would love to get that thing fixed for him, but I got to make sure that the dude can pay me. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Sparky, no problem, you guys. Remember, do it for Dale. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in today. Where's my mouse? Okay, now I can end it. Peace, y'all.